All good things come to an end, but fortunately Bioshock Infinite ends too. We've got only about 10 minutes of gameplay left until the end. The rest of the video is credits, cutscenes, walkable cutscenes and loading screens. There is still one last burst of activity and shooting, so I suppose we should try to check out how our guns work before the game takes them away from us.
Pretty lady, put hair sample in tube. Then, business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
Suchong! Suchong, we had a deal, now open!
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief. I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Li Suchong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity. You'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me, or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries, or as a thief in the night.
Seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. Traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide. Surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker. I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with detritus. Of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you.
Now, I want to check out my gun.
Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a room. And Andrew Ryan has no time for rooms.
For sister. You won't get anywhere hiding.
Okay, so this is the game's final boss fight in a way. Just a bunch of regular enemies swarming into a room. Well, not so regular enemies. Yes, let's microwave a guy made out of fire. Come on. Show yourself. I'm starting to think this is not the best weapon for this enemy type, but whatever, I'll keep trying. I should also try Iron Sides. It's supposed to charge my attack somehow, right? That's why I picked it.
Come on out.
Come on, throw something at me. I want to absorb it and see what it does. Okay, I think it did give me some health. Very little.
Still here, aren't you?
I want to ask you the same thing. Oh. Is this it? 3 guys? Oh, 4. Come on, shoot me.
Now you're in the soup.
I'm not sure what's happening, but I think when that guy bashed me, Iron Sides absorbed his melee attack into giving me some health.
What was that? Better you than me.
Oh, that's another one. That's another one of the firemen. I have an idea. Yeah, that's how you deal with firemen.
Come on out. You got my full attention.
I don't think you are on your full attention. So, Raider range, the gun you barely get any ammo for, is also...
Your sharks, Ryan. The better man won.
You're not a man.
Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling, it would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on a lunette ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank Fontaine's office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
Time to pay the piper, sweetheart.
There was some fighting outside between Ryan's and Fontaine's men, and we're going to ignore all of it. All we need to do is get to the elevator. And load, yes, there's a bit of loading still to do.
Time to get your hands dirty.
Okay, is it just me, or has Elizabeth's voice acting really gone down in, like, quality, in effort, from about the moment when she gets released from her torture device? Back in the main game. Like, the end of the main game and all the DLC, Elizabeth is not talking as clearly as she does in the beginning. Early in the game, she enunciates really well, and then she starts kind of slurring her lines, swallowing vowels, and it sounds very dog-tired. And I'm not sure whether that is...
Anyone seen it? Look around! Show yourself!
Oh,
Still here, aren't you?
the fuck happened? I think I teleported across the entire room. I did. Let's get out of it. I don't know where I am. Okay, I think I need to go... Yeah, upstairs. So, yeah, in the second half of the game, Elizabeth doesn't sound so well as she does in the beginning. And I'm not sure whether this is Ken Levine's brilliant directing that made the voice actress sound like she is on her last legs, or whether they had a massive rewrite of the entire plot and... Oh, hi. Just rewrote the plot and forced her to, like, voice half of her lines in the game, like in a single session.
Elizabeth, you know Atlas is going to...
I know. And I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I sent myself here for a reason. didn't I?
And who exactly are you speaking to, Miss Comstock? If I were less acquainted with the vicissitudes of genius, I suspect I would question your sanity. I know so little of you, but I imagine the more I learned, the more exceptional I would find you. You know Atlas will betray you.
And what are you? My best friend?
You're one of a kind in this world, or others. And now, your misguided sense of altruism sends you to your doom. It's like watching Isaac Newton die in a house fire. A vain attempt to save his cat.
I love the way the characters in the game are calling the writer out on this nonsense. That's it, gameplay's over. We're in cutscene land.
There. All the load-bearing columns come into this room and they meet there. I just need to place the particle in that junction, activate it, and the whole structure should rise.
You don't sound very sure. Damn.
There's no plan B. Might as well just get it over with.
I cannot choose an alternative ending. Fine, let's do this. It'd be funny if these columns separate once we place the particle there.
Here goes nothing. It's working! Atlas, you feel that? You have your prison break. Now bring me the girl.
Did your mom ever teach you not to put your faith in strange foreign men?
Just give me the girl. She means nothing to you.
You've got that right. The girl means nothing. But you, love, you mean the world.
Oh, we're going to The Room. I heard that's a pretty famous movie.
No cause for alarm. She's well sedated. So, it's begun.
The Kashmir's all blown to hell. If Ryan didn't know we were back before, I'm sure now he's got the message.
What do you want with this one?
If anybody's got the line on the ace, it's her. Find out what she knows. But no quackery. She's no good to us with a halo and a set of wings.
I get started as soon as the claw form wears off. Don't see her as too tough a nut. Where's the ace in the hole?
What? What?
Where's the ace in the hole?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we had a deal.
Where is the ace in the hole?
I told you.
Sodium salpental. Are you familiar? No. Truth serum. Unpredictable stuff. Too little, nothing.
I have
Too
nothing
much.
to tell
The
you.
subject
I don't
is
even know what an
euthanized.
ace in the hole is. Ah!
I am still playing with the dosage.
This world values children, not childhood. There's There's a profit to be made. And men who make it.
But only a fool can have the right-thinking folks into Ryan's capture. And within those who've been poached out of Point Prometheus, they're on the run or Neptune. It's one thing to select the righteous.
Folks say it's only a matter of time until Atlas's entire mob comes out waving the white flag.
2 weeks.
What?
You've been down 2 weeks, love. Feckin' doctors. Better off hiring 1,000,000 monkeys.
Our deal was to get you out of prison. What, did you expect me to win your war for you too?
I'd tend to your own knitting if I were you. Now, darling, being that you were Su Chong's lab assistant and all, why not tell me where me ace in the hole went to?
I don't know.
As I said, I'm no doctor. But that doesn't mean I don't find the field fascinating. I keep up on all the medical journals and the like.
I hope you have someone to help you with all the big words.
You know what part of the brain free will comes from? Stubbornness? The prefrontal lobe. Now, I think it's fair to say you're a bit of a stubborn one, are you not? A man named Steinman taught me this. He's a bit of a lunatic, but a fine surgeon. He calls this little trick a transorbital lobotomy. Take hold of her, lads.
You're wasting your time.
Now, if you won't remain still, I can't be held responsible for what comes next. Here we go. You feel that? I'm moving the pick across your eyeball, still now, and resting it on your skull. There's about a bit over 1/4 of an inch of bone between the pick and your prefrontal lobe. And that's where this little fella comes in.
I don't...
It was just a wee tap. But I don't expect it'll take more than a few of those to reach the meat. And then we might find you a bit less the mule. Where's me ace in the hole?
I don't know.
You know what else rests in the lobe? Creativity. Individuality. Personality. In short, what makes you, you. I'm just about through now. Last chance, pet. Where is the ace in the hole?
Or what? What, you'll put a hole in my head and take away my memories? You want to make me forget all this? You want to make me not care anymore? Go ahead. You'll be doing me a favor.
Ah! Bring in the monster! You're a regular hero, ain't you? Can't risk ripping the only part of you that's worth a damn. Well, there's more than one way to fry an egg. Now, little one, are you familiar with the term transorbital lobotomy?
Please let her
It's
go!
a simple matter. All I need to is insert this pick into your eye.
Please, I don't know
Give you a
anything!
few taps with me hammer.
I don't know
Better
anything!
to show by example.
Please! Please don't! I don't know anything! I don't know! Please!
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, it's okay.
I can't tell him what I don't know. Where are we?
You saw all the doors. And what's behind all the doors?
The ace in the hole. It's here.
Yes.
But I don't remember this place.
You've never been here.
Then how would
The
it...
memories you lost, they weren't just of the past. You saw behind all the doors.
Even the ones into the future. This is where I'm going.
If you want.
I don't like it here.
It's a bad place.
He's never gonna let me go, is he? Even if I bring him the ace. then why am I here? How if I was so smart, if I saw so much, why just send myself to the slaughter?
For Sally.
No, one day he will just rip her open and tear out her atom. All of this for nothing. Why did I do it? Why?
You have to decide.
Decide what?
To take a leap of faith. I can't tell you what you were thinking because you don't remember. But you chose to come. There. In that room.
The ace. I don't know what to do, Booker. Booker? Booker! No, please. Please just don't leave me here! Booker! Suchong's clinic! It's at Suchong's clinic.
That's a bit convenient now. Ryan's got every turret in the place tuned to me and me men's genetic code. We'd be torn to shreds before we got 10 feet.
That's right. Which is why I'm gonna do it for you. You okay with that?
Get me the ace, I'll wrap the brat in a silk ribbon. Bag her and bring her to my bathysphere. One of the lads will show you how to get inside. We'll be waiting for you where you come out. Shake a leg now. The Lord hates a laggard.
So, I don't think it's a sign of good writing when your characters point out how stupid your torture scene is. Like, oh yes, we need to extract information from her, let's lobotomize her. That's going to work well. Everyone complains how stupid it is, and it's weird. Maybe there was something else planned here. The whole scene is, I don't know, all kind of rapey. But maybe someone told Ken Levine, no, we're not doing that. And then he thought, yes, I know what. Let's make it so that she's threatened with a pick instead. We're already in the lab. Oh, in the clinic.
Suchong? What the hell were you thinking? Drinkable plasmids? We're burning through 10 times the amount of atom compared to the injectables. And if you fail to notice, them sea slugs ain't exactly growing on trees. Switch back to the injectables and let the eggheads in marketing worry about selling it to the chumps.
And that's how they explain. Well, on the chalkboard, they explain why a certain feature of Big Daddies in this game is no longer present in BioShock, in the regular BioShock, and also explain why you still have injectables in BioShock, because apparently this is where they retcon the retcon away. This is all very well thought out. No, I can't read that, but that's clearly a note. Are you sure I can't read that? No, I can't read that. It's too bright. And textures are glitching. Oh. Oh, well, he's analyzed the sample. And he discovered that it's not in genetics. Oh, and this must be the pneumotube he used to get our sample. The prototype of Vita Chamber. It's kind of strange about this game is that it presents a lot of things which seem to be like fixtures of life in Rapture, in the original game, as something that was introduced minutes before the main character arrived there.
see here what we could do.
Mr. Monster's mean. Scary. Stay away from him. He's scary.
Look, it's okay. He can't hurt anyone.
Scary.
Shh. Shh. Can you move? Can you just move a little bit for me? Don't... I don't know how to help you. I don't. No, he's just hurt. He just needs somebody to figure out how to fix him. Maybe there's some... I don't know. Is there some documentation for him around here or something? Right. Look who I'm asking.
Okay, let's go find Big Daddy's user manual.
Encoded. Big Daddy will not imprint. Not imprint, but good is he to little sister. She no like him. He no like her. Situation is impasse. Unacceptable. If stupid beasts had half brain, they would realize they need little sister to live. Sisters secrete only kind of atom that is genetic match for them. No little sister, no Big Daddy.
Alright, let's explain this to all the parties involved in this ecosystem.
Scary, 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 scary.
I've got to do something.
Big Monster's sick. Big Monster's
It's okay,
sick.
it's okay, please. I don't know how to help him. He needs Adam. I don't have any of that. I don't know what to
Monster's
do.
going to die. Not fair. We can help. Help.
Okay, so if you thought that the whole Big Daddy and Little Sister mechanism was well established in Bioshock, no, apparently it's something Elizabeth introduced minutes before the beginning of Bioshock 1. Okay, let's check out.
Did you talk to your puppy? She's very pretty.
Thank you, Papa Sushon.
Break her neck for me.
What?
Break that sweet puppy's neck.
No, please.
Break that puppy's neck. Would you kindly?
No. No.
Very good.
Suchong, of all the things I know this. It is in your power to be a different man. What can Ryan take from us that we have not already sacrificed at the altar of discovery? They are children, little sisters, and yes, they will forget. But you and I won't. The memories of what we have done fade only with the dimming of all lights. Tenenbaum.
They are really trying to explain everything, just cram all explanations like this is the last 2 hours of Assassin's Creed's Origins. when people suddenly remember about the creep.
Clinical trial. Protector system. Plasmid loss 255. Dr. Suchong. Client Ryan Industries. Very frustrating day. I can't seem to get the damn big daddies to imprint on the little brats. The protection bondage is just not forming. Get on it. Maybe if I modify the genetic sequence to... sequence to allow for... Get away, you filthy little shit! What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
And this little vignette explains one of the sillier corpses in the original Bioshock. The guy nailed to the table with a drill. I definitely remember that scene. Well, not the scene, but the body.
There's the ace.
And would you know it, there's the ace. We only had to walk 5 minutes. I can't pick up this log, you gotta leave it for the other character to find.
This is it. This is the ace in the hole. All the pain and all of the death for this.
Okay, let's see how long it takes us to get back to Atlas. How close they are to... Oh, we can just enter wall. No, I'm not going to enter wall, I'm going to explore. There's nothing to explore, this is an empty room, they were not expecting you to actually come here. This looks unfinished. Okay, let's go and enter wall. We'll probably have to walk for a few hours to get to Atlas. Oh, wait, there they are. At the end of the hallway. Yes, they literally were this close. And by the way, I don't know how they arrived here, because this looks like the only way.
Hey, sister. Over here. Do you have it?
I have it.
Give it over then. I'm keen to get this brat off me hands.
I'm going to look at all of you first. Quite a character. He's not even wearing a mask, they're not even trying. And neither is this guy. Wait, where are all my guns? I could have totally killed them all. Also, I have the plasmid that lets me turn invisible. Oh, hi guys. I haven't checked you out yet. Quite an extravagant bunch. Alright, let's get this over with.
You know what? Andrew Ryan said I was a rube. But he was wrong. I'm not the rube, Atlas. You are. No. We both know what happens next. Just get it over with.
Well, love, if you insist. What is this? It's just a bunch of gibberish. What does this say, you little whore? Hey, hey, hey! What does this say?
It says... Would you kindly...
We've got the activation phrase. Now all we've got to do is get that genetic freak of nature on an airplane, and Rapture's ours. Yeah!
I chose Rapture.
Chooses. A slave obeys.
Not afraid to save one life is to save the world entire. It is you who are the savior.
I can see all the doors. And what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, incredibly, I see him.
Oops.
Dans ses bras, elle me vole la tuba. Je vois la liane rosa. Il m'a dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça me fait quelque chose.
Dans mon cœur, une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois.
Well, Elizabeth's head looks really intact for someone who's been smashed in the head with a wrench twice. Right, so this is the whole purpose of BioShock Infinite. The end of the story. All of this was to set up the beginning of BioShock 1 by delivering 3 lines and happy accidents on the way to getting those. Well, not 3 lines, 3 words, would you kindly. This is the whole point of Elizabeth. We've written Booker out of existence and killed the ones who survived. Elizabeth is dead. And, yeah, the entire contribution of the entire cast of original BioShock, or BioShock Infinite, is to set up a scene where Ken Levine probably thinks is, like, very clever with the hijacking. That's it, that's the whole point. And all of this is for the story of the BioShock, and all this is for the story of BioShock to unfold and result in the liberation of those little sisters and the undoing of all Rapture. Except, BioShock Infinite is all about parallel universes and possibilities and things happening different ways in different realities. And for some reason, for this DLC, they completely forgot little detail that the original Bioshock actually had 3 endings, and 2 of them involved the main character taking Rapture over and sending splices to terrorize the world above. Yeah, that's a small detail, they kind of forgot about it, don't even mention it. Which is really, really funny.
You ready?
Yep.
See the pyramids along the Nile. Watch the sunrise from a tropic isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. See the marketplace in old Algiers. Send me photographs and souvenirs. Just remember, when a dream appears, you belong to me. And I'll be so alone without you. Maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue. Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember, till you're home again, you belong to me. I'll be so alone without you. Maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue. Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember, till you're home again, you belong to me.
Great.
Yeah?
I think we got it.
Can I clap?
Well, I'm a little surprised the end of this clip was not Ken Levine walking into the shot and saying that no, you were supposed to just say that... You were just supposed to say the title of this song, as if you are learning how to read. No, this was all good. So, as I was saying, the original Bioshock had 3 endings. 2 out of 3 bad. And they're just taking the good ending for granted. How much more crazy would this story be if they actually acknowledged multiple endings to the original game? Something this game doesn't have, by the way. Like, imagine Elizabeth is heading out on her Save the Girl adventure, purely for the purpose of having, like, a 1 out of 3 chance that the guy she helps saves children instead of choosing the power over crazy, uncontrollable people. That would have been a bit silly. That could have actually allowed them to introduce multiple endings to this DLC, you know, rewarding different playstyles. Maybe if you don't kill people, little sisters don't see so much murder, maybe that somehow improves the situation. Or they could have an ending where you are just quiet, that gives you one outcome. An ending where you murder everyone, that gives you the bad ending. An ending where you just knock everyone out. Maybe middle ground.
Always hot and hurried like a rat in a race. Like a fly-by, touch a
Of course, that would require them to actually design levels so that they work with all play styles instead of creating these set pieces where, yeah, this is where you're doing some sneaking, this is where you have to fight bad guys, this is where it doesn't really matter because no one's paying attention to you.
Don't be a fool. With Old Man Winter, you can keep your cool.
Feeling hot under the collar? Stay frosty with the
Are they padding the music with adverts?
at a cool pace. Turn down the heat and turn up the ease and relaxation with Old Man Winter from Ryan Industries.
Keep your cool with Old Man Winter.
Well, that's great. So we are done, mostly. The credits are still rolling, there were lots of people involved in this. Yeah, we're mostly done with the Bioshock Infinite. No, we are done with Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, I'd rather play something good next. I don't want to do DLC, The Clash in the Clouds. Was it The Clash in the Clouds? Because it's just combat arenas. Which I guess some people like the combat in this. I'm not a big fan of it. Mainly because I have to play with... I'd have to play it with the controller, and I'm not good at most of the things controlled by a controller. So, could they have made it better? While still keeping this whole story just a prequel to Bioshock Infinite? I mean, prequel to Bioshock. They didn't have to be so limited. They didn't have to concentrate everything on just bringing that one guy to Rapture. Also, I'm not sure his appearance in the final cutscene is exactly canon, because I seem to remember that near the end of Bioshock you have to undergo surgery that turns you into a Big Daddy. That is kind of permanent, at least it sounded very permanent. I mean, Rapture is like just some hole in the ground, wet and soggy. Yep, just a reminder that this was all the point of this entire game. All the characters were ruined for this. All had to turn into a singularity, concentrated on Elizabeth, just so that she could pass it on to whoever is the main character of Bioshock. I don't remember his name. Does he have a name? And instead they could have done something else, set up for a different sequel. Set up on the ground, in the mountains, in the caves, anywhere. But instead it had to be an explanation for Bioshock.